everybody. Welcome to If These Walls Could Talk. Tim and I are swimming today.
Yes, I wish we were swimming. It's like 90 degrees outside.
That's right. I wish we were in Fire Island.
Yes, I agree. I'm Tym Moss.
I'm Wendy Stuart, and we are grateful to be coming to you live from Pangea that is deliciously air-conditioned right now. Eat your hearts out.
Yes, as soon as I walked in that door, I was like, oh,
I know. Like
this'll work.
It's just gorgeous here. How are you doing, Tim?
I am recovering.
Tim is in recovery.
From Pride Month.
Yes. I feel the same way.
I'm very glad it's over.
Have you lost that feeling where we felt like we had been run over and needed an EMT?
Yes, right.
Really lasted a whole week.
Right.
I would see ambulances go by and I was like, Calgon, take me away.
Yeah.
Just stretch me out and cool me off.
Oh, I've told men to do that to me before too.
You did? And what
stretch
usually
me out.
Right.
Sorry, it's going to be one of those kind of shows.
It is. We're delirious with the heat. But as the person next door where I bought my egg salad on whole wheat said to me, it's summer. It's supposed to be hot. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's a New Yorker for you.
Yeah, because I was telling somebody at Trader Joe's a little while ago that I was like, we're always like, oh, I can't wait till summer gets here. And now it's like, maybe a little longer. It would have been good.
Right. Yeah. No, I totally hear you. So, you know what? This weekend was filled with mirth and merriment and recovery from Pride. I had a big family party on, I lost track of the days. Saturday, my sister and brother-in-law's 50th. Can you imagine being with somebody 50 years and not wanting to kill them?
Yeah.
50th wedding anniversary. 3 hours to Schenectady, 3 hours back, and then a 2-hour drive to Pennsylvania, where I went to a beautiful party on Sunday, which I desperately needed. Yes, I did not work this weekend. I just did social things that really absolutely made me feel good. And last night, I did not get to see any fireworks. I am a little disappointed. I came back from Pennsylvania and
they are televised.
I know.
And that's what I did was everybody's like, oh, are you going to the fireworks? No, I stayed home in my underwear and watched it on TV.
Oh, that's such a pretty sight. Tim in his skivvies watching it on TV. Well, at least you got to see some of it. You know, the only fireworks I saw were pictures that people sent me. So it was really weird this year because the music, they didn't have any patriotic music really. It was all like pop and hip hop and it was very, that's
very
right.
different.
Right. So it had nothing to do.
So I was like, okay.
Let's just forget about the 4th of July. And
America.
And just, right. And just give a concert. So I have incredible news. First of all, thank you. Over 350 comments on Facebook about me losing my amazing rabbit Snickers at 8.5. Thank you. I mean, the things that people wrote, it wasn't just, I'm sorry. People wrote incredible things. Well, I have incredible news to share. I'm getting a new baby bunny. I'm picking her up next Thursday. I have already picked out a name for her. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bianca Del Bunny.
Yes, Bianca Del Bunny.
Bianca Del Bunny. So,
I hope she has an attitude.
I saw her picture. She was like, already. Well,
that's good. That's wonderful.
We're gonna have a party on here today.
We do. We've got a big show here today.
It is. It's a multimedia presentation.
A good friend of mine is our guest today.
Yeah, and we all love this person. This person has been on the show actually before by themselves, and has been doing incredible parodies for a very long time. And I have to tell you, they're extremely funny. This person is a producer, an actor, a singer, a songwriter. And Tim, of course, is in one of the newest seasons that's popping up. And we'll be looking at a very funny clip on Tim. And we're going to be showing a few more clips than usual today. This is like, I'm like, whoa, I am so ready for this because
it's like multimedia.
We are like so fancy. We're fancy. Tim and I are fancy. So, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about It's Twisted TV.
Yes.
Well, please welcome our Ciegos. Yes. Come on in.
Hey everyone.
How are you?
It's nice to see you.
Oh, it's always good to see each other. Are we all in there? So Aris you just fit right.
Yeah, let's do it. We like a black and white cookie too. Yeah, I'm good.
That was his craft services.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. We serve black and white cookies on the show and a bottle of water. We are a small budget show, okay? We do the best we can here.
How are you doing?
So
I'm
great.
doing
Is it-
awesome. You
so-
know, the Pangea AC has chilled me off, so I
Yes,
can be
right.
sandwiched between you without making you wet. So
That's
it's
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
That
you
sounds
make me
just
wet.
well.
Oh my
I
God.
opened that one
that
up.
just no, you opened it
And
up,
you
and
opened
this
again,
one's going to
yeah.
take the ball and run with it. I just know
Absolutely.
it.
I hope
So
so.
You
Well, I've interviewed you. Oh my
A
God,
bunch
how
of
many
times.
You
Oh
have
my
bunch.
goodness! I
For
think the
Artists
first time was
Exposed.
probably 2014.
Probably,
Wow.
Yeah.
because this guy, I mean, you are such an incredible singer,
yeah,
songwriter.
force.
It's very, you've got a grunge sound to it, just such an original
Yeah,
sound.
you do.
LGBT lyrics with the grunge, with the, oh my God, he's just so
But
cool.
extremely
He's so cool.
emotional and empathetic. That is
Yes,
the thing
absolutely.
I get from you.
Is
And
what my exes say. Emotional, empathetic.
Wait, no, he was too emotional, too empathetic. Can't
She's
deal with
not
it.
wrong.
I need somebody superficial. Well, honey,
Yes,
that's not
and
you.
you
so.
you kind of got your artistic side from your mother. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, my mom toured as a belly dancer for
Mhm.
about 10 years. of her
Incredibly
life.
beautiful too. I want to.
Yeah.
Oh
Gorgeous,
my God.
gorgeous. And it was kind of amazing to grow up. She had retired at that point and moved on to more like an office job. But in the 60s and the 70s, she toured
Get out,
the
right?
East Coast
That's
doing
so
belly
cool.
dancing, which is, especially from an Irish American perspective, growing up like a military brat.
Right.
What a wild thing.
Mhm.
And I grew up looking at these photos of her that adorned our apartment, and it inspired me to think outside the box and to do different things and to
Mhm.
take chances and to do things like music and art and acting.
Well,
Right,
yeah, and
right,
firstly,
of
I
course,
mean, just
creative.
even stepping into music. Well, firstly, when did you discover you had this knack for music?
You know, I probably started writing my first songs coming out of adolescence.
Mhm.
First, they were pretty much like poems. So
Oh,
poems.
that's that sensitivity.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
poems then became a little bit more lyric and became a little bit more rhyming, and then
Mhm.
the melodies came on as well. Especially like my teenage years, I was very influenced by the Lilith Fair tour.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm LGBT lesbian myself. I
Right.
Yes.
identify.
When did you find out you were a lesbian?
You know,
I'm just joking.
Lilith
many
Fair.
Yeah.
yes, he's not wrong. It's
It's
very true.
converted many.
Yeah, and that sort of was like the jump off point where I started realizing that I had something to say and that I
Yeah.
wanted to make
Mhm.
music and
And your
Do it,
family
yeah.
encouraged
But
you.
did you? I
Absolutely.
mean, did you like Kurt Cobain or?
yeah, you know, I grew
Or
up in the
'cause you
90s.
I love
definitely
Kurt Cobain.
got like
Yes.
Yeah.
such a solid bass in there.
I will say, you know, the radio in the 90s, and you
Mhm.
know, the gamut of the 90s, but you had a lot more grunge on the radio. And,
Well, like
Yeah.
In Excess, I
Yeah.
loved all those
Yeah.
groups.
alternative and rock
Yes.
were
Yes.
popular.
Well, great.
Yes.
So I grew up with all those influences and listening to them a lot, and kind of counterbalanced like a black and white cookie with a lot of grunge, but also the female singer-songwriters. So
Yes.
the
Right.
grunginess, but the emotional
Well,
softness.
that's what I was going to say, because firstly, it's cutting edge. The grunge is cutting edge in itself, but
Yeah.
then you add the LGBT element into it
Yeah.
also.
There's not a
That-
lot of people
that's-
that are doing that kind of
yeah,
combination. You
absolutely.
know, that's your own special brand.
Well, I like to think that it's become
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, it's authentically me, which is
Mhm.
why I think it's kind of stuck and become the
Mhm.
thing that I've done for many years. Because
Yeah.
it's just at the end of the day, when I strip back all the glitz and glitter, it just is,
Uh-huh.
it's what's there.
Yeah.
The rock and soul.
When I
you
think
know?
of a grungy gay, I think of you.
Oh, thank you. I need a
With
t-shirt
love,
that says grungy
we
gay.
love Tim Moss. So when did you
Grungy gay.
discover this comedic? So
Right.
you're interesting because you have this whole. I had no idea that you were funny. I've only had ever seen you perform at Pangea, and I interviewed you. But when we shot what we're going to talk about, I'm like, oh my God, this guy is so funny
You know,
and twisted.
well, a
It's
little
not
bit of
just
both.
funny; it is twisted. Yeah.
I'll say I always loved comedy growing up. Me and my mom would not only listen to music together, but also watch Mad TV and Saturday Night Live.
Mhm.
In the early 2000s, I was about 19, 20. Oh, I aged myself there.
It's
I was
okay.
6. No, I was 19,
I
20.
wasn't born yet. Go on.
And me and a couple friends started watching a lot of public access TV,
Oh,
where
yeah.
you could find the
Yep.
wildest things on late at night, you know,
Yes.
like Robin
Yes.
Bird or just
Uh-huh.
different
yeah, Robin
comedy
Bird.
sketches.
Yep.
And we realized we had something that we wanted to do. We wanted to say and do something, and we started making these sketches. A couple sketches turned into a couple seasons eventually
Mhm.
of this show, which we initially was called ITTV.
Right,
It's
that's where you
Twisted
started, right.
Television. And it quickly became a thing unto itself. We never knew when we, made the first couple sketches, it was going to turn into something that 20 years later we'd still be talking about and
Amazing.
doing, clearly.
Because you took a hiatus. In
we did about 5 years. It was about 4 seasons, and we made about 45 episodes.
Wow.
Which back then, if you think about it,
Yeah,
with the,
that's
you know,
right.
we were independent production.
ahead of your time. You were doing what
yeah.
people are doing now.
Yeah, and you know what was really fun is we didn't have any censors and we didn't have any limitations, so
Right.
we could do a lot of things that SNL or Mad TV couldn't do. So hence the idea of being twisted and going a little bit further than
Pushing the envelope.
I love
Right.
Now we see that stuff everywhere because it's cable and subscription
Yeah.
services and the internet has kind of opened that up. But also woke culture happened. So like twisted but woke. And that's what
and
we're
Oh, I
doing
love
now.
that.
It's a fine line that you got to walk through. But actually, we
Yeah.
have a trailer for it's Twisted
Oh
TV.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is a
yeah.
trailer for the new season.
Yes.
So let's take a look at
see
It's
it.
Twisted TV.
Greetings, I'm your sketch comedy avatar, here to help guide you through this entertainment experience. Warning! This programming might contain content that is offensive.
Global warming could exist, or it might not exist.
Crude.
Carrie, party of 3.
Unbalanced.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
And unhinged. This programming may contain sexual situations, language,
Bitch!
suggestive dialogue,
People get butt fucked, it's just hot, hot, hot.
and fantasy violence. Warning! We hope you enjoy your viewing experience.
Oh yes, now that is
so
Twisted
funny.
TV.
Yeah, it is twisted indeed.
So
Where
funny.
did you come up with that concept?
The idea for the show really came from organically. I mean, we love doing parodies. We love parodying mostly TV, older TV. One of our first sketches that really caught on was the Facts of Life parody. And we knew we had something when we started doing long form parody for television shows. We love to pay attention to detail. A lot of times when you'd watch a sketch on Mad TV or SNL, the sketch is like a 5-minute sketch.
Right.
So they can't really dig in as much as we used to do with the 28-minute format. We have like a full-length Trading Spaces sketch where we really went in
20.
deep.
So you worked in long
28 minutes
form.
was our
yeah,
long
that's
form.
yeah.
We've now returned to the 28-minute format in our new season, which we're really excited about. And the Twisted Television thing really it spun when those sketches, the TV parodies in particular, started gaining steam. We figured we got something here, let's do it. And our troupe ITTV. Also, we used to do live shows as that, so it all works. It'll work together. Maybe we show it again soon.
Yes. Now, what are some of the television parodies that you've done?
You can still find a bunch of them on YouTube. So YouTube when you're
they are on YouTube.
But let's see if I can count them. The Facts of Life, Gilligan's Island.
Oh God, I love Gilligan.
Trading Spaces, Growing Up,
shows.
Gotti. We've got a bunch on the new season too that I can't wait to tell you about. We have Stranger Things.
Yeah,
we have Megan. We have And Just Like That, which we're going to be watching a trailer for soon. We have The Real Housewives. We throw it back to the Rocky Horror Picture Show and the Patty Duke Show. Me and Tim do a hilarious Karen sketch where it becomes basically identical Karens instead of identical cousins.
Twin Karens.
Yes, identical in every way. And the sky's the limit. You know, if it's out there and it hasn't been done before in a way that we do it, we want to do it.
Right.
So
even if it has been done before, you have your own special spin on it.
But also the thing is, like television shows, there's so much to work with there. You can make a parody of pretty much any television show.
Absolutely, and movies too. You know, and so
of course.
We love to do things that are interwoven as well. So we have like the Halloween episode called Strangest Things, and it's got a Stranger Things sketch. It's got the Rocky Horror intro where Tim is the narrator.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been shooting for a year, so there's a lot we've forgotten already. And the Megan parody is also in that sketch.
Oh my God, that one is hysterical.
We try to combine a lot of the things that, like, almost like you'd see like Scary Movie when they would take a lot of different themes and layer them on top of each other, just to keep the viewer enticed and engaged, and also keep it fun for us.
Right, and it's also really fun to do that.
I will say, and this is the last time we were here together talking. I don't think you were live.
No,
you were
That's
Zoom.
it.
I was.
Yeah,
I was.
I
You
we
were
were
live.
here,
We
yeah.
were live, but we were talking about how we might do this again. And Tim was like, "Hey, I want to do that."
Yeah.
And now Tim is on. It's Twisted
I love
TV.
I
So
love
this is a
it.
full circle moment.
And I
here at
was very
Pangea.
happy to be in the trailer for it.
Yeah,
I had a
and
great time.
Wendy did an awesome cameo play.
Yes.
Bitsy Von Muffling, who was.
Yeah.
Bitsy Von Muffling.
How did we know she's actually in the new season of It Just Like That again? She pops in.
Yes.
So we,
And I
Premonition.
played her gay husband.
Yeah.
That is
True
such
that.
a stretch.
It was. I did a lot of
just had
research.
No idea
I-
how you.
I
did
actually
that.
did years and years of research to play a gay person.
you almost got it.
Yeah, right.
Almost.
Just
Not
yeah,
quite-
maybe a
not
few
quite
more
there.
Yeah,
years.
practice.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes,
you know.
absolutely. Well, why don't we take a look
Yeah.
at
And
and
Just
just
Like
like
Like,
that
yeah, that was fun.
from its.
Carrie, party of 3.
We're as best friends.
Hello, lover.
Carrie, is that you?
Is that Bitsy Van Muffling? That's Bitsy Van Muffling.
Oh, Carrie,
Again.
you're just so sassy.
I couldn't help but wonder, should I have taken that last edible?
Funny.
Yes.
So you can see
Yes.
that whole sketch right now on YouTube and also on our website.
Great.
It's twisted.tv. That was just a little snippet, but you've got the whole And Just Like That cast.
Amazing.
No, on YouTube,
Mhm.
is it? It's Twisted TV.
So you can search It's Twisted TV.
Yeah.
We're also /ITTV. So YouTube/ITTV. If you hit our website, you got all the links on the
Yeah,
top
everything
bar
is-
as
yeah,
well, so
it's
it's
but
easy to
do
navigate
definitely
from
go and subscribe.
there. Yes,
You will be
subscribe.
entertained.
We're going to say that a lot today. Subscribe.
Yes.
On
subscribe here.
YouTube.
Subscribe to also Wendy and Tim.
Yes.
You know, we've got their channels.
Absolutely. And Wendy Stuart TV. Subscribe. We need to be giving away like a gift with purchase or something.
The,
Think of
we
a
are the
gift.
gift.
We
We're,
are
you
the
know,
gift.
Yes.
We
We're
are
the
the
present.
gift. We are.
Yeah.
So, you have this fabulous woman that just keeps turning up.
Oh,
In me. She is a
God.
natural comedian.
I love
and
her.
she's just a lot of fun. You guys go way back.
Yeah, I would love to tell you about Natalia. Actually, Natalia is
McCarty.
Natalia McCarty is our original castmate. OG. Me and Natalia
she's
started
OG.
this thing.
Wow.
20 years ago. You know, when we did this initially, it was just sort of like, let's have fun.
Yeah.
And then the more we did it, we realized, oh, we have something
Yeah.
here.
Right.
Like we have like a comedy styling between the two of us.
Well, it's a
like
collaboration.
yeah,
and
like
the
a
two you have
French
a
and
chemistry.
Saunders.
Well, just
You know,
something-
there's
right,
something,
something that
when we-
works.
when
It
we get
works.
together, we can pull things out.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of different sketches over the course of many years.
Uh-huh.
It's also been really wild to be in all of the seasons together because we've had
Yes.
so many unique experiences,
Amazing.
so
Well,
many comedians.
Just
and
firstly, I just want to let Cole know. I think we're going to change the order, and we're going to bring Natalia in just a minute. So.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So
ready
yeah,
for
we're
Natalia.
talking about
But
Natalia,
yes, so
right?
we had
Right,
changed
we-
the order
like,
of the videos.
because we're spontaneous.
and
But go ahead.
yeah, you know, we have reunited to do this new season. And when I approached Nat like a year and a half ago, I was like, would you have any interest in doing this again? Because I figured, you know, we had moved on with our lives. We took a 15-year hiatus. We went on in our
That's-
individual
wow.
careers,
Yeah,
music,
right.
acting. I wasn't sure. Would there still be
Right.
that old vibe?
Right, but that
Yeah,
spark
right.
will
We'll be
still
able to
be
do that
there.
number like
Yeah.
we used to do, and we did, and it's just like riding a bike again. In fact, it's even more fun the next time around. There's something.
Well, because you have a lot more life experience
Yeah.
to bring to your roles now.
absolutely,
too.
and I think we're both a lot more confident comedians. Like
Right.
before, we didn't really know if we're funny. Now we know we're funny. And
Well,
we like being
now
funny
you know
together.
you can have facial hair and play a woman's part. You
Yeah.
didn't know that,
I may have had a thought about it, but I just, there's
but
no way
you
I'm
didn't
shaving
act
now.
it. You didn't bring it on.
Well, why don't we take a look at a video clip featuring Natalia McCarty?
Here's
Yes.
Natalia.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you the child molesting bastard that I'm looking for?
Listen, sister, I'm a gay priest, not a pedophile.
My deepest apologies, Father. And thank you for bringing attention to the fact that so many self-righteous followers of the Lord seem to be unable in making that very clear distinction. Jesus loves all, but God, I hate ignorance.
Me too, sister. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna go off and save some more souls.
Yes, queen.
I forgot about that sketch.
And
too.
before she goes off and saves more souls, let's bring on Natalia McCarthy. Yes. Go saving those souls, aren't you, love?
I'm not doing it today. I'm tired.
Okay. There'll be
It's too hot outside.
Yeah,
to
it's too
save
hot.
souls.
The devil is complaining. He's like, God, what is wrong with you people?
Hey, even God takes a day off. It's okay. Oh.
Well, my God, you sure are a funny lady. That's all I can tell you. Everything about you, your comedic sensibility, you are completely engaging. How did you become such a comedy maven?
The reality is, I wanted to be an actress since I was like 12. And, I tried doing auditions, like even before that, moms would sometimes put you in auditions and stuff. And I did that. And I, for a while, was like, I don't think I'm going to do this because I don't think it's going to work. And then like, I would hang out with Aris and we'd be at his house. And next thing we knew, we'd be talking about like parodies and sketches. I was like, oh, I can do this. So I was like, okay. And then just coming up with the ideas, like I was writing my own script at the time for something, and I really wanted to like put comedy into it, and I was like, I don't think I'm doing it right. And then just brainstorming with your friends and like working on the show, you learn about comedic timing and you learn about what you think is funny. You don't really sometimes believe that everyone else is going to think is funny, but once you're in a room with other writers and other collaborators, you're like, oh, okay, no, I'm in the right place.
Right. And you get their feedback. And Aris is a perfect enabler, by the way.
Yeah.
You're a comedic
He's
enabler.
the perfect enabler for so much. I won't say nothing, I promise.
This is a family show.
Is it? Really? Okay.
Family,
Yeah, that's true.
We're family.
Now, what was it like for you? Because you guys took a hiatus, a long one,
Well, the thing is, we both have something in common. We have a couple of things in common. Number one is we love to act and we love to perform. Number two is we also love doing music. And I took a break because I wanted to focus on music, and I joined the band. And we had like 2 albums come out, and as band drama goes, it fizzled out. And then, I realized I want to do solo work, but it wasn't until the pandemic that I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it now. And, and we both care about our moms very much. Like that was something we bonded about very much. And my mother currently has dementia and no Medicaid. So I became her caretaker. So that bell is because I ordered lunch 2 hours ago.
Wow.
Please go ahead, get your food. Because we don't.
I'm just ringing the bell. My mom's home attendant's here. So yeah, go ahead.
I love it. A true New York moment.
Yeah, right. The food. You can put
2 hours late.
If the delivery guy is cute, you can put him on.
Oh yeah,
Where
we
if
could do a
they're
sketch
good looking,
right.
we just invite them right
We
on.
could do a sketch right
I've
there.
not had that luck often. But yeah, so I had to take a lot of time off to take care of mom. The good thing out of that was, as frustrating as it is, and I know that you all are on Facebook, so you see me, typing away everything out, or else it's in here. There's comedy in it. I think like, even when it's like really struggling, I've put TikToks of like things that my mom says,
Right.
Like, I don't know, someone passed away and she had the name wrong. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like she just had the wrong person. So it was just like the most ridiculous thing, but it was hysterical. So I had to make a TikTok out of it. So even in the darkest stuff, you have to get comedy out of it.
Yeah.
Well, we call that, my mother had dementia too. And before we got her up with my sister, she had crashed her car in Florida. So she moves in with my sister in Albany. My brother-in-law drives the car up, gets the whole car fixed, and has it sitting in front of their house because he's getting ready to sell it. My mother comes out one day and she said, "What a nice car. I used to have one just like that."
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Look at and you're the caregiver. God bless you, Natalia.
Thank you. I'm very thankful because mom has a home attendant now. So she gets that help like 4 hours out of the day.
Which is great, which gives you a break. So you can come here and we can all talk, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I wanted to be there in person, but I was like, I'm tutoring because that's the other job I have is from home as I'm a tutor for high school kids. I was like, I'm tutoring till 12. I'm not going to make it to Pangea in time. I was like, do it on stream because I know I can guarantee that.
Well, we are very glad that you found the time to join us.
Yeah,
We're greatly appreciative. How did the two of you meet?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Was it through an old mutual friend that neither one of us are mutually friends with anymore?
Or was it Grindr or what?
No.
Tinder.
No, we met. So I was working with our mutual friend, and we were trying to do like a work trip to do a vacation for like President's Day weekend, and our boss got mad that we were doing this, and he fired the mutual friend for it because he was a horrible boss. But he invited his friends Aris and his friend Benny, and
food.
Yeah, that's the food. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely
I'll
let
tell
him
a
in.
little bit.
The home attendant got it. Mari got it. Gracias, Mari.
The funny thing about this ski trip is I had never skied before, and I will never ski again.
Oh my God, I love ski.
Natalia was smart enough to not do this part. She was like, "I'm going to just be in the lodge. Y'all have fun, though." And
yeah, I can't ski. I was like, I'm not letting my fat ass try. I'm like, I'm not doing it for the first time there. It's like, I'll go hang out in the lodge because I thought it was like in the movies or like I remember the episode of Three's Company when they went skiing and they went at the lodge with the fireplace and like sofas. I was like, I'm gonna do that. It's like a cafeteria. I'm like, this sucks so bad.
What happened to me. I think it was Bear Mountain. I'm pretty sure it was.
God,
so basically, we're walking along and we're
No.
the bunny slope. Is the bunny slope somewhere?
No.
You just get on that lift.
Bear Mountain was nice. That was where we did the bodyboarding. It was Camelback, which we kept on calling.
Oh my God, that's a real mountain, you guys.
Oh my God.
We kept on calling it Camel Toe Mountain.
They sent you up to it.
Someone tricked them into going up the thing because they thought.
How did you get down?
I didn't get down. I pretended to have a broken leg, and a very, very handsome man in a scooter carried me down, and I never went skiing
You are
ever
smart.
again.
You were smart that you did that.
God. I didn't have insurance at the time.
That is terrible. That is so
And I was sitting there, and he comes up and he hugs me. I'm like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, that's what happened."
I survived.
I broke my leg, but I didn't really break my leg.
Yeah, right. I mean, he was acting. He's an actor. He was acting. That's
when we knew.
That's when we met. That was when we started it. And then when we started thinking about doing the comedy sketches, Natalia is one of the first people I asked. And you had a bit of a wig collection, which made it a little easier for us at the time.
Okay, that's great.
And it just went. Your first role was Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, stop. Yes. No, I was going to ask what one of your first. She was. Wow.
Yes, this is when Anna was a little bit more Zoftic, and and we had a really hilarious little incident where we crashed TRL as Michael Jackson and Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh my God.
Yes, we
so
just showed up out front and they saw us and they were like, "Uh-oh, what's this?" And they sent someone down to question us, and then they filmed us and they
filmed
gave us a shout out
there
as
you go.
Anna Nicole and Michael,
fabulous,
which was wild.
Right.
And that's how we knew we had something. That we knew we were on to something.
Well, my God, you two had no fear. Okay, you slapped on a wig. That's the whole point. You didn't ski down that slope.
No.
But you went on TRL, and that's great.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah, I can imagine. What are some of your favorite comedy roles that you've done in these sketches?
The roles that I like. Anna Nicole was up there. I've done so many things. The nun that I'm doing now is kind of what I'm really into.
I think that's very funny.
We even like back in the day, like just doing things like. For some reason, the nun kept on coming up because I played a nun often before we came back too. Like when we did a parody of the Pussycat Dolls, that we call them the Puppy Dog Girls.
Oh my God, I would love that's great.
And we did a parody of the song "Sexy Back" called "Skanky Back," and I was in the video like I was a nun. Like it just kept on coming up.
And then Sister Act 3, she was Kathy and Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, she played right.
Yeah.
So the nun is back.
I mean, the main thing that I really loved to do was writing the sketches, like actually writing and seeing it come to fruition. So that was really the main thing for me. And there was one character that I liked that we didn't name, but she only showed up kind of once. Well, no, twice. We did a dating, and then she was in. It was very close to All My Cousins. It was like this Puerto Rican, New Yorican girl that starts crap with like her neighbor, and it was our friend Chance who played like this woman that had like 2 kids, and I was like their neighbor that was just really annoying. I was like, give me a Ringo, I love you, it's just it's like all my cousins talk like that because I'm Puerto Rican, so it's just like they all like I like that character, and I feel now that we're kind of not to spoil anything, but with the Real Housewives, I get to bring her back a little bit, but she's more refined, because she's a Real Housewife. But
I'm gonna name some more of your characters though, that you may have forgotten because they've been so awesome. You
There's
played
so many
Marianne in Gilligan's Island.
Oh yeah, I wasn't Marianne. I was Ginger.
Ginger.
Oh my God.
I was Ginger, bitch.
That was the thing too, is I liked playing characters that were pretty, because when you're the plus size girl and you want to manifest something like that. So I love playing characters that people would think wouldn't be like supermodel gorgeous or anything like that, because it's like, no, you can't watch me do it. So I like that.
Mindy Cohn in The Facts of Life.
Oh yeah, Mindy Cohn for The Facts of
Life.
Great character.
Yeah.
She also played herself having a period, which is a whole different thing.
That was Anti-Flo. That was great.
Yeah. Anti-Flo.
Yeah, the sketch was called Anti-Flow. We manifest what a menstrual period is, and we have someone pretend to be that person. And it's Anti-Flow.
Oh my God.
That was wonderful.
You guys have such incredible imagination for this kind of thing,
It's fun.
Cats, have an idea, and then someone will receive it. It'll be you, clearly, that receive it, and then it really just enables the idea to become something much crazier and much bigger that actually comes into real world, and has the both of you being in the sketch, and people see it.
I can only imagine what your late night conversations consist of.
They're insane. They're absolutely insane. And just coming up with ideas, like even like
what if,
like when we have new cast members, like if we have new cast members and they come in and he's telling me about them, it's like, oh, we need to do this sketch because they mentioned this. I was like, we got to do a sketch about that, which we did recently. The last time we did a sketch.
There's a lot of screening too to make sure that things are not like too inappropriate. So here's I'll give you an example. I messaged Natalia one night and I say, okay, is this funny? LGBT OCD. She says, well, well, what's the context? I'm like, no context. Is it funny though? She's like, and I'm like, well, like I have a disorder as a gay man, and I can't help but organizing and cleaning everywhere I go. Okay, now we have a sketch, and that's how it
exactly. And there are sketches that we did back in the day that now, because of evolution and just growing of the mind, we know, well, that shouldn't be played again.
Like Arab Girls Gone
Wild.
No, you're right, because we talk about this all the time, the political correctness now.
Because I love politically incorrect.
Right.
I love all of this.
Right.
Wild. Oh my God.
That was the thing too, though, because we would do sketches and we'd actually like throw it out there to like people that we knew. Like we did one that was, Asian inspired, and we're like, is this okay? But then they'd be like, yeah, it's funny. And then we'd watch it and I'd be like, why did they say this was okay? Like, why?
It's so offensive.
This really wasn't okay. And I'm like,
it was in 2003, but
exactly.
Right?
Things have changed.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
People get mad about it. I don't get mad. It's just okay. So we gotta go. I always say, if you can't do comedy outside of where you're gonna insult someone, you're not very good at it.
Yes, right.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
We are able to move on. That's why we're doing more work, because we can.
Well, you have the ability, if it's not working, your ego is not so tied up in it. We've all worked with people where their ego is so tied up in it. Something's clearly not working, and they will beat that dead horse till it's better. And we all know that's not what you do. You move on.
That's what's great about collaborating, like with us, like all of us going into a room and doing stuff, because we can spit ideas out and we can bounce them off each other and determine whether it's going to be great or not. So it's a lot of fun doing that.
Well, and that's what I like also is the writer's room.
Yeah.
We do, yeah. He'll film it. He just sets
Yeah.
up a couple
That's
cameras,
great. A great idea.
and then
right.
he's like, okay, give me some ideas, and oh man, the bigger, wackier, the better.
We'd like to have like the show being a show within a show.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the idea of this season. So originally, you wouldn't see as much of us being ourselves and see our own personalities being us. You'd only see us in wigs being silly. But one of the things that we really wanted to do with this new season is show people that we are silly as ourselves.
Right.
So
That's who
in
we
between
are.
watching the sketches, you see these writer room improvs where we're basically talking about ideas, talking about crazy ideas.
Mhm.
Tim's got a bunch of those.
Tim's
setting
got
sketches
loads
up.
of crazy, right?
Yeah, and it's
It's been so great working with Tim and having him
Oh.
be part of this. It's been so
Oh my
superstar.
God, I
Yeah.
have been having a ball with you guys.
Well, I think we have.
So
Do we
much
have a
fun.
clip of Tim
A
too?
little Tim clip.
I
We
think
have
we
a
might
Tim
have a-
clip.
a
I think we
Tim
might
clip.
have one. Ho ho ho!
Oh. Is it Santa?
Would you like to sit on Santa's lap?
Satan.
Oh, no, sister. Same letters, just different orders. I'm Santa Claus. Old Saint Nick? Santa.
Satan.
Santa.
Satan. Satan.
Who, me?
God, Tim, those horns!
So that's just a little taste.
that's
You'll
so
have to
Yeah,
watch.
just a taste of that.
Yeah, we don't want to show you too much because we want you to subscribe and like. And
Yeah,
comment
that's
and
it. We're
subscribe.
just giving you a taste.
Yeah.
So
And
where
moose
do they
boosh.
go to subscribe?
Drop those links, Nat. Tell them where do they
Yeah.
go?
Oh, you can subscribe to us at itstwistedtv.com, our
Oh
website.
no, it's twisted.tv. You see, 25 years in, we're gonna get it right.
25 years in, look, 25 years in, my memory's going down, honey. So I'm not going to remember everything.
Not TV.
Yeah, we got this. It's twisted.tv. And also don't forget that all of our links are also on top. And
Yeah.
we're everywhere you want to be and more.
And you come up right away, by the way, because people will forget it's twisted.tv. So all they have to do is Google it like I did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're there.
Google us.
Oh, yeah, you
Google.
Google it, it pops up right away.
Right, but that's what you want. What do we
Yeah.
call that? SEO.
Yeah, the
SEO.
search engine optimization.
You're up
underneath.
there.
Yeah.
You're totally
Optimized.
optimized.
It's Twisted also has a TikTok. We're doing everything, all social media, Instagram, that's coming up. And, and as Aris was saying that we like to put ourselves into this now more, we also have our own TikToks where we're showcasing who we are. And our TikToks are going to be showcased on the show as well. So,
Which is great.
Drop your link.
oh, my TikTok is at Natalia McCarty 75. I have currently, I'm looking at it. I have currently 3,895 followers.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
fabulous. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, so
That's
it's at
like
Natalia
in the
McCarty
followers.
75. So
Well, you have to do something about that,
But
won't
you can definitely add to my follower account if you follow me at arisziagos.com.
Yes.
No, that's not right. You see, I'm doing the same thing. This is why we need our coffee at Aris Ziagos, or go to aris.fm and all the links are there. Yeah.
The links
Yeah.
are there. Now, do both of you
So-
find that you spend a lot of time presenting yourselves on social media and having to keep up with it? What is your ratio on that?
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
If you're not on, it's like a tree falling in the woods thing, right?
No one
Yeah,
hears it.
right.
If
You
you're down
gotta
there.
be,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta be popping up. I think
yeah,
what we're finding too is this is probably the first time both of us have promoted our music and comedy both at the
Yeah.
same time.
I was going to ask, and it's
Good.
It used to be more like you had to do one thing or the other,
Right,
and now
right.
there's a channel for everything and
Yeah.
a niche for everything. So it's nice to be able to alternate. And Nat has a single that's out a few days
I was
ago.
just gonna say,
yeah,
yeah.
my second single came out on Saturday. It's called
Yay!
Thank you. It's called Corazones Ciegas. And it's from my EP, Mancha de Plátano. It's a waterfall EP, so it's just I'm doing single by single release, and it's all on all streaming. Just look up Natalia McCarty, and my songs will be there on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on iTunes, on Apple Music, on Pangea, all those things. It's everywhere.
Now, do you write the songs?
I write the songs. Music wise, I usually have someone collaborate with me.
Okay, that works.
I come up with the melody. basically like my friend Martin Luque, for example, he will send me music that he does, and then I'll put the song towards that.
Nice.
And then I work with the producer Jen Urban. She's a DJ going at Rose Gold, and she actually does shows. Tim, by the way, and P.S., you know, way too many people. Too many.
Yes,
that's our Tim.
Because every time I see someone that I've met at Torch, which is Danielle Cardona and Jen Urban, do this show at Macri Park in the Rosemont.
Oh yeah.
I see pictures of Tim with Jace Vegas, who was just on your show. I just watched
We
that.
just had Tim's on the show.
I know. And I seen pictures of him with Robert Garcia. And I'm like, everyone I met at Torch. I was like, how does he know all these people?
I'm pretty sure that Tim has got a clone or something, because I don't
No,
know.
He's everywhere. But like, I've only met Jason and Robert once or twice, but they're so sweet and they're so amazing. I was just like, oh my God.
Yep.
And but Jen Urban, who's created Torch and does a lot of the stuff at Macri Park, she's producing my album, my EP right now. And yeah, it's been really great. It's what I love is that we both understand time and how we don't have the time to do things as often, because she's a mom and she's a DJ, and you know, especially in the summer, this is the time she's working, doing weddings and all that. So, you know, I get it. And she understands I have my mom. I can't really leave as much. Yeah, it's very difficult to be in this business and not have the time.
But one thing that works for me is being grateful for when the time runs out. It lines up for a reason.
Because you're
do it
and
enjoy it.
It's so much fun when we get into that.
Exactly.
And Natalia, I will tell you, I do a million things, and I've had a very successful career doing the million things with everyone still trying to figure out what the hell it is that I do.
Yes, and it's also
do it.
Those of us who are working and creating, none of us have any time. When I run into people and they tell me they have, they can do this or they have time for that or whatever, I say to myself, rich husband.
Yeah.
It's, and you know what? Someone's got to start saying that, because it's true.
Yeah.
That is
I mean,
of it.
I'm not going to stop. That's the whole thing.
I'm in the
we
market.
live in a society now that has a thing with ageism, and it's like as we've gotten older, we're becoming more aware. Yeah, no, this doesn't work for me. This whole ageism thing doesn't work for me. So people are like, "Oh, you're 48. Don't you think it's a little late to get your first solo album?" I was like, "So."
Nope.
No, and you know what is
like,
different now, Natalia? I will tell you this. My God, I know people that are having tremendous success. They're over 50. The one thing that has dissipated, there will always be the bandwagon bitches that say, we want young.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be your game. Your game is going to be built on your craft.
I'm sorry, but I don't really, like, no offense. I'm sure young people love listening to. I don't care what Camila Cabello has to say. She has no idea what she's talking about.
She's following right now, and then we love you.
Oh, we love you.
I think she's great, but like, it doesn't reflect me. I've seen some shit. Listen to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna say it. And the other thing too is, you know, when you have the Latin Grammys, the last Latin Grammys that came out, the best new artist. Do you know how old she was? 95.
Thank you. Oh yeah, you're totally right. Case in point. Right.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, when that happened, I was like, everyone could shut up now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
It's not true anymore.
I think that's what it's been like for us too, bringing the show back. You know, I think when we were in our 20s, we used to feel like it was time to be funny, and we were young.
We were rushing.
Time went through where we were like, okay, we phased out of it, and now we realize, wait a minute, no, we can still be funny. Now we have perspective, we have wisdom, and
you've also had life experiences that you can add.
And it's been so much sweeter this time around, coming back, 20 years later, looking frozen in time, looking like we have not aged today.
Fluid.
And but also to connect with so many amazing seasoned comedians like Tim. Like, I mean, Tim, your timing, your characters that you bring just from years of touring your own shows, and also, might I tell you, Tim, busiest man in town, still always finds a way to be early, show up.
Because he's a pro.
Legit.
Yeah.
Me and Natalia are consistently impressed by that. But it's just been so nice getting the cast together this season. And one other person we love working with, which I'm going to give a shout out.
I can't wait.
Is Alex Celso.
Yes.
Sit on your face.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love, again, seasoned pro, does the work.
Yeah.
NYU educated, theater background, brilliant at
also-
spoken word like nobody else, and a wonderful drag performer.
And cast inside these very walls. That was
Yeah.
your head. If these walls could talk
Right.
inside Pangea, because I came to see Kobe Cole's.
Oh yeah,
New
New
Barrish,
Barrish,
yes.
right.
And Alex was doing a spoken word. He came off stage, and I
Amazing.
said,
Ooh.
"You should be in our show."
I
and
met,
now
Right.
I
it
met,
happened.
I met Satanya. It's
Sit
Satanya
on your
face
right.
or sit on
Sit
your
on your
face.
face.
But I met her when I went to see you one time at Stonewall.
Right, right.
she
Performing
was-
at Stonewall.
yes.
That's the first night I ever
I
heard
think it was
anyone
at
do
Freak Out.
spoken.
Same here,
word.
a
It
drag,
was-
and we've just been like instant friends, and I've booked
Yeah.
her, and we've done shows together, and
I never heard
we've
anything
actually.
like
I
that.
was hoping she would be on because we're going to be doing a show together on
Yay.
August 12th.
So let's talk about that
at
too.
Red Eye
Yeah.
Red Eye called Bitter Betty's. We weren't able to do it. We were scheduled to do it at the end of April, but with my father, I got called out of town. So we're rescheduled for August 12th. It's a Saturday night, 7 p.m. at Red Eye, which is Daniel Nardicio's new club over at 41st and 9th Avenue.
And Daniel's been on the show as well. We had him on as part of our whole Gay Pride Month. He was a
And we're
wonderful
having
guest.
a couple of birthdays that day, so be sure to come. But Alex is in that show with Ike Avelli and me and Sam Stone and Alex Celso. So it's absolutely hysterical. And then we're all going to perform each individually.
Sounds so awesome.
Yeah, it'll be.
I'm gonna be back from Cherry Grove Fire Island that day, so I should
You'll be there with the 10.
Oh.
I'll be all tan and burnt and exhausted, but I'll go.
Tanner. I
Oh,
love
I
it.
thought you meant a 10, like a $10 bill to tip me.
Right. Tim
That's
wanted that
fine, too.
$10 tip in his G-string.
I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna be 2 weeks with 2 elderly people on Cherry Grove Fire Island renting an apartment. So
Wow.
You need
I was going to say you'd need a night out.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Wait,
need
are
that.
you taking family members to
my uncle and my godfather, when my godfather was still alive, they were together since before I was born. Their place to go was Cherry Grove Fire Island.
Wow.
The place. And he hadn't been there. My uncle hadn't been there since my godfather passed, which was 9 years ago. And then last year we went for the first time, and he's like, "We have to go back. We're going to stay for 2 weeks." And I'm like, 2 weeks? Are you sure 2 weeks? He's like, "Yes." And I'm like, he's
That
paying.
would
I'm
be-
not gonna complain. Okay, fine, 2 weeks. I was like, someone visit me. It's not hard.
And is your mother going with you?
Oh, hells yes.
Yes. Nice.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Mom loves it there. We love it in
I might pop out and just pop in on you.
Yeah.
I
We
can't wait to see
do.
the TikToks that y'all make.
Yeah, you're
while
gonna have
there.
amazing, right? You're gonna have amazing TikToks.
Well, we'll talk. I'll find out when you're going to be there and see if I might be able to run out for a day. or
Cool.
two.
Awesome.
But so one thing I wanted to talk to. Well, firstly, Alex Celso, also known as Satanya
Tanya
Face.
Face.
Tanya.
I think we have a video clip. Do we,
We
have,
have
a
a
video
clip.
We're gonna show the clip.
For,
yeah, we
um,
got clips.
we've
Aaron
got
sent so
lots
many
of clips
clips today.
today.
We got clips.
So let's take a look at Alex Celso in It's Twisted TV.
Everybody loves a cucumber. Delicious, hydrating, and great for the skin. The bigger the better. Don't forget your multivitamins. Cherries. And if you're on a liquid diet, remember there is enough sugar in most sauce packets to get you going when you're in a jam. Next, it's a quick change. Shablam shablamo. And then it's off to sightsee some of my favorite New York City locations like the subway.
God,
I've never seen that.
that is hilarious.
Stay tuned. That's in one of the episodes coming up
Awesome.
this fall, and we will be streaming full episodes on the Tubi and Roku, and hopefully also
Sweet.
Amazon in the fall.
How fun.
Individual sketches leading up to that premiere every couple of weeks on YouTube
Excellent.
and our channel. It's
How
Twisted
fun.
TV.
Once again,
Yeah.
tell everyone where they can go to subscribe.
Go to hell. No,
Go straight to hell.
no, don't do that. Go
Yeah.
to it's twisted.tv, www.
It's twisted.tv.
And then also
I'm doing that for
YouTube,
myself.
TikTok, and Instagram.
Yeah. So what can people expect this season?
Well, you can expect lots of wigs. You can expect me to. I'm not going to
Facial
shave, but
hair,
I
a
will
lot
play
of
several
facial
women.
hair,
Yeah,
right.
so bearded women for sure.
Well,
like
same here. Yeah, we
menopausal
play-
women. We
yeah.
play menopausal women
Yeah.
mostly. or just men who don't shave, like very much like a Kids in the Hall, but like
Yes,
lazy
right.
Kids in the Hall.
Right. They don't
Lazy
shave.
kids, yes.
Right. Kids in the
Yes.
hall that don't shave.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to grow this back, you know,
Right,
and
exactly.
we're filled with TV parodies. We're filled with a lot of great cast things too. You get to hear some original music, including the
Ooh.
song "Coconuts," which will
Yes,
come soon.
Coconuts. That's enticing.
Yes, it's a amuse-bouche of different fruits that for your enjoyment, and
Right.
just don't touch your coconuts.
Yes,
That's all I'll say.
yes.
And don't mess with your fruits.
And also, for all you single people out there, there's a new dating app.
Yes, it's called Date Rate.
Oh,
Date
Rate.
Rate. R-A-T.
Oh, yes. We'll have people commenting on what you just said. I'm so sure.
Okay, we just got blocked on
Right.
Facebook. Great.
No, we said it the right way. They just weren't listening.
Right. With the
Date Rate.
date rate.
Yeah, and there's a awesome ensemble work from all of our castmates. Some that we didn't name, including Michelle Buteau, who's doing
Okay.
fantastic things. Her new show is actually going to premiere on Netflix on July 13th.
Yes.
What is her new show? Tell me.
It's called Survival of the Thickest, and it's all about her adventures in New York City as a fashion stylist.
I love it.
We also have Janine Tarano, who's returning from our previous season. She's a
Yay.
fantastic musician. She currently lives in Nashville, and a bunch of original castmates. OGs, they're back to be featured
Oh,
in
that's
the,
so
in the new
cool.
clips.
I'm really happy with we have new cast members and who also help us out, like Rich Powers, who's just come on board, and hopefully we'll see him in the next season as well. And Sean Dickerson, who's helped us out for a couple of episodes, including the And Just Like That.
Very
And we
cool.
had we had our friends who could take part, and
Yeah, people love to just jump in and
Yeah.
which is really great. You
Yeah.
know?
Now, let me just ask you something, because while we're talking, I'm thinking about this. You know, you've got all your streaming platforms covered. Do you have a goal of trying to get this on syndicated television?
Absolutely. We
Oh,
want to have a production deal. We put the new season together because we want people to see what we can do.
Right. This is who we are. We can do this.
Yeah, and especially because a lot of our older vibe was from 20 years ago. So to let them know we're still alive
Mhm.
and we're
Well,
still
fresh.
funny. Yeah,
we're fresh.
we're
And we're fresh.
And
We're
it's
for now.
updated.
Yeah, and now that we've got our cast back together and we're funny again, we want people to see
Funny
what we've
again.
done. Subscribe, like, comment, start interacting, rebuild our community, and then we would love to do a new season with the backing of some sort of network, Netflix.
please.
So do you have a plan? Have you pitched to them? Do you have, what's
we're
your
gonna
marketing
get
plan?
now. We've got
I'm
our
all
new
about
season
marketing,
together. We're in
yeah.
our post-production run right now, which means when I leave here, I go back to the computer, edit, and we're gonna have our pilot, which is gonna be the best of for the new season. That's
Love
gonna
it.
go out to. You need an independent lawyer now to pitch to Netflix.
You need a lawyer,
person.
right?
You
right.
really do, because they don't just take solicitation off the street.
Right.
But we got a little game plan that works. And
That's
also,
fabulous.
until that happens, you will help us by liking and commenting and
Yes.
subscribing.
Absolutely.
If I say
And-
subscribe 10 more times, I get a star. Subscribe, and 8 more times.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and speaking of comments, we have a few people on here today. Michael A.
Berardi,
Barack. Hello, good to see you. Thank you, Michael, for tuning in. Lori Towers, who we love. How hysterical was that? She's obviously responding to the hystericalness, is that even a word, of one of the videos we showed. And Lori, I totally agree with
Suze.
you. Okay.
Suze,
and
who's a designer.
we
in
love Suze, is
Massachusetts,
amazing.
Says
Yeah.
hello, dolls.
Right. She does the costuming for all of
And
Icavelli's show.
Rose Trentman
And we
says
love
hello
Rose.
there.
Rose, thank you for.
Rose is the commissioner.
So Rose had been a boxing commissioner, but
Yeah,
Rose
for the
went
boxing.
last night. I'm like, if you want to go see some fireworks, she says, no, we're going to Chinatown. You're welcome to join us for soupy buns. I'm like, I don't like my buns soupy. I only like them firm. So I didn't have firm buns or fireworks last
But
night.
we love
they're-
Rose.
But we love Rose. Yes, yes, we do.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you all for.
But
tuning in.
again, Eris, like he was just saying, he's much more than just a funny man. He's again a musician. He's a producer. He's editor. He does an amazing job editing,
Many
which I
hats.
can't stand to edit.
Right.
It's just it's so laborious to me.
It is definitely laborious
Yes.
and time consuming, but it is
But he
also
knows
part of
what
the
he,
creation.
but you know what you want and how you want it to
Yeah,
look.
how
and
did you learn? You have a lot of special stuff, even in the clips you showed us. How did you learn how to do that?
It is actually, believe it or not, it's
Self-taught?
because of ITTV. It's because of the show that I learned how to edit. No one else was going to edit when we first started 20 years
right.
ago.
So you taught
And
yourself.
I taught myself how to do it. And it's because of that, then I went on to have
Impressive.
my career in production, which
Oh,
was
okay.
wild. And then I can make my own music videos and do all that other stuff.
Sweet.
So full circle moment to comedy again.
So wait, you had a production career too?
Yeah, I still have my production company. There's just so many things I can do today.
I hear
So,
you.
short films, audio
Wow.
production, fashion campaigns. But it all started with holding a camera and editing on ITTV, and those comedy sketches on a little mini DV tape are now
Yeah,
full circle
right,
again. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing and impressive. I
Well,
have to
thank
say.
you. It's just it's the little engine that could, if you want to do it
I
hard
think I
enough.
can. I think I can. I
Yes.
think I can.
And when you don't
yes.
have lots of money and you have to do it all yourself,
Absolutely.
resourcefulness comes out. You got to
That
get
is-
scrappy
Roll
being
up-
a Brooklyn
roll up-
boy. You know?
Roll up the sleeves and do it yourself. I
Yes,
hear you.
indeed.
I'm trying to figure out Final Cut Pro because I do want to go back to
God.
vlogging. I want to
Uh-huh.
go back to vlogging on my YouTube channel because I want to get more traffic there than anywhere else. But
Uh-huh.
I haven't posted anything because it's just I feel like, look, I'm trying to pretend that I know what I'm doing when it comes to editing, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. So
Right.
it's a lot of work and
Yeah. Yes.
putting
The
that
thing is that any one of these things that we just talk about, they're full-time jobs for most
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
They're,
Absolutely.
really are.
right. And having
And they're all very specialized.
thank you. Right.
Specialized professions.
Right.
That
Yeah.
we have to learn and apply. And
We need to
learn
put
do
a panel
ourselves.
together to tell it like it is out there because
Yeah,
people don't know. And you have a lot of people
Really
talking the
don't.
talk and walking the walk. And I'm like, have you ever really been in this business? You don't have a freaking minute. And you guys all know that. We don't have a minute if
Yeah.
we're trying to get our work out there. And
Absolutely.
forget about live shows. Tim and I are doing Bronx Pride. I am so excited. It's my first year.
Mhm.
We will be
Yeah, we're
all
hosting.
day. We're
Oh,
hosting.
I forgot to mention
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Ju-
that's
July
July 15th, Saturday.
Crotona Park in the Bronx, produced by Apollonia Cruz, who does everything also.
Yes.
Every single person we know, everything, everywhere, all the time. And it never lets up. It's
Like the movie, everything,
well,
everywhere,
that's
all
where
at
I
once.
stole it
Yes.
from. Stole it from.
Absolutely. So please go to itstwisted.tv and subscribe, follow, like, do all of that.
And you'll see more of Tim and Wendy. So how
And
could you
more.
not? And Natalia.
Natalia.
All of us.
All of us. Oh my God.
We're
You
all
get
there.
more of all of us.
We're on TV. We're all on
I
TV.
love it. Well, we've got to let Natalia get some lunch here. It's
Yeah.
getting-
What is water anyway? You didn't tell us what you ordered for lunch.
I forgot.
It's been so
It was
long.
so long ago that I ordered the food. I knew it was a deal. I knew it was buy one, get one free. I just don't know what the fuck I bought.
Well, I hope it
Mom
wasn't
ate it.
hot.
I know she ate. I don't
Well, I
know.
hope it's good.
It's probably cold, but that's okay. That's
Actually,
their fault, not mine.
I have to go meet for some lunch now. So
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you
but
guys
thank
so
you
much.
so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Natalia McCarty and Aris Ziagos. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
to everybody who tuned in today.
And it's twisted.tv. Go there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Be there or be square. Ooh. Bye-bye, everybody.